Kyoji Horiguchi, right? This is a man who there was some rumors ultimately that was just saying, hey, UFC might be able to sign him, whatever the case may be. The negotiations fell through. UFC is most likely not going to be signing Horiguchi. But if you consider the UFC to be the pinnacle of mixed martial arts and you consider the UFC to host the best talent all around the world globally, right? That's what makes you the #1 promotion. You should probably be interested in signing the best fighters, the best talent, whatever the case. If that's not the case and the UFC is going to pick and choose and just kind of say, no, we're not willing to pay you this much or whatever, we'll let you do your thing. Just similar to Mike Chandler, right? Had to get him at an advanced age before he came to the UFC, MVP, Kayla Harrison, so on and so forth. What is the UFC? I guess that's my big question to you. Is the UFC the prime, the pinnacle, the apex of mixed martial arts? Or is it just the prettiest stage with the most promotion in front of it? What do you think?
It's hard not to argue the latter, Derek. I mean, especially with the merger with the WWE, it seems to be just a stage to get your name on. And at the end of the day, I mean, we talk about it all the time. It is a business. It is a performance-based business where the better you do, the more you get paid and more eyes on you. And it also kind of seems like the UFC wants to hold its cash cow in high regards and not let some of the other greatest fighters out there come in and then have an impact and have a narrative and have saying there's better out there. Don't watch the UFC. So it seems like, and by all means, this is just hypothetical, but it seems like the UFC could be protecting their own a little bit and also not wanting to blow too much money. So there's a lot of P&L that goes into it. So I can see where they're coming from, but I agree with you, Derek. I wish this was like a Mortal Kombat where all the best were able to link up, see who the best fighter is in the entire world. Unfortunately, Bill's got to get paid, man.
One of the arguments is that the UFC, right, is a monopoly, right? Is that the fighter pay, they're not paying them enough, so that other organizations should come out and pay these fighters more. So I just think that if your dream is a united world of mixed martial arts where literally all the best fighters are under one banner, you can't do that without having a monopoly. So I don't think that is something that's even realistic. Like, how can we ever address this situation? So UFC, of course, is its own company. They could sign whoever they want to sign, but we just kind of need to rethink maybe in 2024 versus 1993, right? Like, what is the UFC and what is its purpose at the end of the day, man? Is the champion of, the random, like, I don't know, the lightweight division, 155 pounds, is that the best 155 pounder on the world, or in the world, excuse me, or is it just in the promotion, right? So again, we watch the UFC as our premier MMA source for a reason. It's the most consistent, best production, turn a little bit corporate, but the UFC is still top of the game right now.